Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Aura Energy Managing Director and CEO, Andrew Grove. Andrew, good to speak with you, especially with that good news that the Mauritanian government has signed off on that last outstanding permit for your Tyrris uranium project. So another step forward for the project.
Yes, thanks, Stephen. No, it is. And it's an important step, and we've been working towards that with the government. That's the last outstanding approval we need for starting development and production of uranium from Tyrris. It's they call the prior authorization for mining uranium, issued by the Autorité Nationale de Radioactive Safety, ARSN, which is the legislative body that manages radioactive safety and in Mauritania. So, we're very happy to receive that. We've been working with the government to achieve that. So we are ready to go. The government's, very keen for us to go forward, and now it's just down to funding, really.
And you're only going to make the final investment decision in the first quarter of next year, Andrew. So what do you do in the interim?
Yeah, so in the interim, there's quite a bit of work to do, obviously, to get there. So we're essentially it revolves around getting ready to start the development and funding the project. So we're in terms of getting ready. We've expanded our team. We've got a CFO, got a new owners team that's going to help us build the project in country. We've expanded the resource. We're doing some economic studies to show it's a bigger project, and we got the opportunity to make it have greater production beyond the 2 million pounds per year. We're getting the sort of project execution work done. So we've got a contracting model. We'll engage with contractors and things like that. We're doing our last bit of water drilling to define the water resources. But really, the key task is around funding. It's a $230 million US dollar bill to develop the project with some working capital. We've started a process with the banks to look at debt funding. We announced that sort of last month. That's progressing well. Early stages are progressing well. We've got a number of interested parties from international funders and banks. And we're also looking at a strategic investment process as well with Macquarie Bank, who are leading that charge, looking at potentially helping the funding and maybe delivering the funding gap with a potential sale of a small non-controlling interest in the project.
Andrew, you announced you have the option to enlarge the project even further, so beyond the 2 million pounds a year. And you recently announced a 55% increase in the mine resource. So it's looking pretty positive at this stage.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good. We always knew there was a lot of potential. We haven't, obviously we haven't had the resources or to do a lot more drilling, but our last round of drilling was specifically designed to extend the known mineralisation over areas where there's some radiometric anomalies that indicate radioactivity. That was very successful. So, as you said, there's a 55% increase in the resource. That takes us to 91 million pounds contained resources in the Tyrris area. It gives us lots of optionality. The current project's designed on the old resource, which is there's still 17 years at 2 million pounds. So obviously, with a much bigger resource base, that the project life can even be significantly longer, or we've got enough resources in the ground to really look at studies for once we're in production to expand that production beyond the 2 million pounds, maybe 3 million pounds and things like that. And we think that resource base will continue to grow as we do more exploration drilling, because there's lots of areas that are indicative of uranium mineralisation that haven't been drilled, and we've got 13,000 square kilometres of tenements under application over what we think is a highly prospective emerging uranium province.
And I hope you'll keep us posted on any further developments. Thank you very much for the update today.
Thank you, Stephen.
That's Aura Energy Managing Director and CEO, Andrew Grove.